He kept saying, "You're pretty funny, man. You're pretty funny." So he got me back because when it came time to go to a music video, I said, "Okay, bro, we'll kick it to a music video when you were my size." He said, "Man, I got to go way back." I'm like,
Mm.
"Dude, really? Really?" So I'm that small, right?
Mm.
But it a lot of stuff happened after that. A lot of great stuff. I don't want to talk about it on here, but LL's interview did a lot for me. Shout out to Raymond Boyd for taking that picture. That picture wound up in either Right On magazine or Vibe magazine, one of the two. But every time Raymond Boyd had anything going on, he would invite us as well. Raymond Boyd was the premier photographer for the Midwest and other places. If you were around Raymond Boyd, you knew that you were going to get magazine, newspaper publicity. We didn't ask for it. I didn't know who Raymond Boyd was, but Raymond knew who we were, and he would always take these pictures. I got pictures with a lot of people, and I'm gonna share them soon. I'm gonna share some of the other pictures. But that's my story with LL Cool J. It was actually a great interview conversation. I had one too with Dr. Dre. That was really cool, and you knew this cat was going to do some other stuff. Talking to him, you knew he was going on a different level. Shout out to all of those guys who made and paved the way for everybody for this hip hop movement. You guys were amazing then. You guys are still amazing. And I'm gonna try to get LL on here too. Send him that picture and see what he says. Anyway, it's 7:30, Mo. 7:30. It is time. Thanks, Terrell. I relived a little memories, man. Appreciate you. It's time for us to get these CEO nuggets. You know what I mean? All right. Everybody
Come on
can't
with it.
eat. Everybody can't eat like we eat. Okay. And when I say that, it means that we got her on staff. Man, look, we want some nuggets. Y'all go. If y'all want some nuggets, every Thursday, tune in, 7:30. Dope Living TV Live, okay? Now, if you don't want this type of nuggets, McDonald's, they got the chicken McNuggets specials. All right, you can go out there. But the chicken McNuggets, they're only going to feed your stomach. They're not going to feed your mind. We got Rachel Gary, who feeds our mind, okay? So, everybody, let's say hello to the CEO of Life, Miss Rachel Gary. What's going on?
Hello there, inductees. How are you today?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
I was listening attentively behind the scenes before time.
And see,
a lot of great information coming out.
I try to make sure we do as a team. We try to make sure that we know you're coming on at 7:30, and we know you listen. So we have some things that we say, and we want you to comment on some of the stuff that we've talked about. But then we want you to say what you prepared, because all of it's food, all of it is served. It's soothing our soul. It's feeding us, and we need to be fed. Rachel, what we got?
So today, guys, I have something on a more serious note, but also something that is in the climate that we are living in. So it's funny that it's not funny. It's very ironic that you guys were talking previously about the Ku Klux Klan, where those things are happening, the pardons that are taking place, and the different things that are going on currently within the 140, 45th, 46th day of Donald Trump. So what I am talking about today is the self-care, because at this point in time, we really need an opportunity to decompress and start thinking about things that are the most important. And that starts with us building ourselves. With all of the things that are going on and all of the different laws that are being now overturned, the chess game that is being played currently in the Oval Office, the biggest thing is, guys, at this point, self-care is prevalent. It needs to be. And if this is the first time you see me, I want to say self-care isn't just getting your hair done, your nails done. It is really about how you have boundaries in your mind, how you show up for yourself, and how you show up for people around you. And that's the reason why I want to talk about, especially with what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, this half hour you can do what you want. It's on you.
Yours.
It's
It's yours.
Well, but I say this, I have the pleasure every week to talk to the National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductees. And I appreciate the platform, but what's really what's going on. And with all the jokes, the games, and everything that is happening, seriously, at this point in time, we need to think about ourselves and how we can grow and get past all of the news, the rhetoric, and get right down to the brass tacks of how we're going to conduct ourselves if and when, or if it does or does not happen. How do we conduct ourselves in the most productive way possible? That's why I'm talking about self-care. It's understanding the boundaries that are needed in your life to find the success in the climate that we're currently in. Feed information into your mind. Picking news outlets that actually are not just entertainment, but are actually giving you information that's going to help you to have an informed decision. It's paramount for how you grow. And at this point in time, beyond just entertainment, we need to stay focused, real focused. Plan, create a plan, work a plan, be conscious of what's going on, but making sure that your plan is foolproof for whatever is going to happen next, if it does or does not happen.
So what if the plan isn't a solid plan? What if it's just a sketchy plan, or what if it's all over the place? How do you get them to in your conversation with people? How do you get it to focus? You know, focus the plan into something that's going to make sense.
Greg, that was an awesome question. That was probably the best question you asked me all the time I was on here. The best way, the best way is, if you do not have all the information, find organizations that are already in motion. There are a couple of organizations that I'm a part of. The BRC in Chicago, they are actually national. They are global as well. So they are also work with the Pan African American
Alliance.
Dr. Umar Johnson is also out here. He is now going to be all over the United States with his new book. I'm saying that if you do not know, this goes to where I was talking about coaching and mentorship, and where I always speak of it. Coaching and mentorship is not just for when you're trying to, when you are unclear. If you are not clear, you cannot make informed decisions. So get in a room with individuals who are clear, or who can give you more information on getting an organized plan. Scattered thoughts do not hit targets. You have to stay focused on the target, your growth, your strength, and making sure that you get past all of the regular rhetoric that's going on currently.
Yep. And just make sure that you pick your coach very, very carefully. Like
absolutely
our sister here, because again, that can turn into what we call a worshipship, where you're worshiping the person that should be teaching you versus you learning from the person that's teaching you. So you got to be real careful of who you picked as a mentor,
I totally agree with that, Mo. Totally agree. I am one of these people who I believe in vetting anyone who's in my circle. This will sound counterproductive. As a kid, when you were playing on pick the friend, you pick that person for a reason. As we become adults, don't lose sight of that childlike reasoning that you had for picking a friend.
That is a
you
good
do
advice.
the same thing. I mean, the same way. You're like a lot of lifelong friends you have from being a child are because you, as you became a teenager and started trying to fit in with the crowd, that's when you started picking haphazardly. because you were trying to fit in as opposed to thinking. As an adult, we are now influenced by other dynamics, status, popularity, money. Those things, they fall into why we talk to people. If you get back to the root of why you have friends, that is how you pick people in your circle. The exact same way. I only speak to people who are productive in their lives and who are looking for production around the world. That is how you pick the crowd of people.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Mentor.
Like I said, the sister down there is giving them nuggets as she used to do on Thursday right about this time, and she taking us into that next phase, and showing us how we need to walk with each other. I got one little thing real quick, y'all. I'm gonna step off here for a second. Y'all gonna see me. I had some little commotion going on in the background. I had a real good friend of mine. Speaking of friends, he went to the hospital with some heart issues.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Would y'all just pray for him, please?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Do your thing, Mo. If you got to go.
No, they hit me up here, him, his wife, his people. So that's why you kind of see me kind of get off there for a second. But it's a real good friend of mine. It's like a brother. So y'all give prayers up to Brother Mike Powell.
Everybody out there, prayers.
Yeah, prayers for Preston McBrown to make sure that at the end of the day that he gets well and is able to come back home with his family.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, Danny Marie. Thank you, Stephen. Most definitely, and everybody else is watching that didn't say. We know your hearts are there. So Rachel, your book. One of your books is called "From Poverty to Six Figures," correct?
Yes, #poverty to six figures. Okay,
now when people, and there's a lot of this on, and I want to make sure I say this correctly. There's a lot of people when you scroll on these reels, people are saying, "Hey, I can show you how to make this. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to get to this in 4 weeks, whatever, blah, 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 blah." And I know that they're about money. That's what they're about. They're about money. Okay. Should money be the driving force for anybody getting into business?
Okay, I'm going to say two things. It's funny you asked that question because I was having a conversation with Bruce. Bruce and I were talking about this earlier.
You know I'm going, Mo.
I know where you're going. I know you're going. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. I know she got us. Go ahead.
I say it this way. Money can't be the determining factor, but I want to say, and as people in the culture that I'm in, we are attracted to money. The reason why people are on the internet talking to us about, I can help you go from making $0 to making $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 is because we are attracted to money. We are attracted to the quick fix, overarching thing that helps us find success. Do not sleep on hard work. Don't sleep on hard work, because that is what it really takes to find some success.
Can I add one little piece to that?
Come on, Mo.
One little piece of that. What I'm going to add to that is that if you do what you love, you'll never work a hard day in your life.
Come on, Mo.
And I'm just saying, and the reason I brought it up like that is because I was actually sitting. I took an hour, and this one guy says, because I have a clothing line, right? So this one guy was saying, "Hey man, look, this T-shirts, blah 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 blah. I can show you how to get X amount of dollars at this amount of time." I've already figured out an equation for myself, and for me, it's not money driven. It's intentional. It's success driven. I want to make sure that what I plan goes through. Money's made, that's cool. I'm gonna add it to the kitty, all right. But if money's not made, at least I did what I did, And I know that when you're telling people, it's a catcher. It's something that's going to catch people's mind, catch people's attention. Because, like you said, we're driven by money. Okay, people are attracted to money. All right, but inside of Rachel's book, this is my other point. It's not just telling you, "Hey, I can get you to six figures." I can get you through your life so that you can be happy to have the 6 figures, to get to the 6 figures, all right? But there's a process. Am I correct, Rachel?
Right.
Absolutely. Every chapter of the book is an action plan. There's an action plan at every point, because if you're not in action, you are stagnant. I don't care what people offer. In my immersive event, I'm going to give you a blueprint to make $1 million in a year. Now, let me give you the reason. The first part of I'm going to go this way. Scary money don't make money. Love your job as you love yourself. That's true. Truism. I say this. I tell people they need to utilize the job they have. If they treat the job they have as an investor, they become a good business person. Because I tell everyone, I treated my job as an investor. They were invested in the future version of Rachel L. Gary. That is when I switched, that's where the CEO came from, guys. When I switched from just being a person who was at work, getting paid, to a person that was looking to be an investment, everything changed. I came to work differently because I wasn't coming to work for just a job. I was coming to work as an investment on the future me.
That's it.
So another nugget to that, sis, wouldn't it be about being a blessing? You know,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
when you are, you only get blessed when you are a blessing.
When you are,
right. And the only way you can do that is not only just showing them how to fish, but what to fish for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So y'all coming with some good ones. That's some good shit.
That's what happens when you talk to when you're talking to the national you get all those nuggets. This is the nugget gold mine. It goes to a lot of people. I know you guys hold that old story that the gentleman was looking around for gold and diamonds. He looked all over the world and died, and the gold and diamonds were in his backyard.
Right there next to him.
Yeah.
So busy searching, he never looked within. That's what it all is really all about. Because all of our gold, diamonds, future money that we're looking for is within us. That's why I started by saying self-care. Because when you set those clear boundaries, I'm hearing the same thing on the news that you guys are hearing. The same thing. But my plan of action is. That's what I'm speaking on. The plan of action.
Yeah, man. That's the CEO, y'all.
Give it to us like that.
And see, here's the thing with what Rachel brings to the table on Thursdays for us is that a lot of this stuff, even though a lot of people are out there, and I put quotations behind them, they practice this, but they don't use what they practice. You know what I'm saying? And they can't. That's why. And I'm glad you called it nuggets, Rachel, because these are portions. These are sections that get you to the bigger. You know, we talked about this a little bit earlier as far as with the miniseries, but get you to the bigger point. So these are little pieces, little nuggets of information that when you push them all together, it forms something very beautiful. It gives you something to look at, to understand, to motivate you to actually just sit back and marvel at the fact that, hey, I can do this too. I can make it happen just like these guys are making it happen, just like Rachel is making it happen. All right. It's not a trick that the title of that book is From Poverty to Six Figures. I know this woman's story. Okay. And look, she has been my friend for years, where other people wouldn't even talk to either one of us. We sat up in a cafeteria at a huge company, and we sat and talked to each other. Nobody wanted to talk to us, you know. And I know I'm charismatic, but hey, I'm sitting with Rachel.
I know that's right, Greg.
I'm sitting with Rachel, and they scared of her, and I wasn't afraid because I saw an opportunity to sit down. Because you know, Mo, when you see somebody and you watch how they act, and you watch how they interact, and it's like, man, I gotta be part of that. Okay.
And see, that right there is the essence of our very souls as folk. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised how many people that do not want to approach us because of that strength. It's an
Exactly.
aura that's around us. You know what I mean? That kind of aura scares some folks, you know, and you'd be surprised until they find out who exactly you are and what you exactly do. You know, you'll be surprised how they come to you next time. I say, man, when you just come in the door, it'll be like, oh, everybody stiffen up, booty start tightening up and everything. No, it ain't got to be nothing like that.
Dude.
But you don't understand. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm very serious about what I'm teaching.
Yeah,
So-
and hate is real. Hate is real. Hate is real.
real too. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Man,
Without a
I
doubt.
say
They hated
this.
Rachel so much. It was Rachel. But I was like, whatever. Okay, I'm here. So y'all can hate me too.
Mm.
That's my sister right there. So man, come on. It was ridiculous. And I tell that story, Rachel, because I'm not lying, all right? Because
Not at all.
I was there. Okay. Now I could tell them the AutoZone story, but we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there.
You can tell an AutoZone story, but at the end of the day, I threw away the number. That's all that matters.
Since you shoot rolling now.
No, man, I was look. I'm gonna tell AutoZone story. All right.
Okay. You're rolling now.
Me and Rachel went to the AutoZone
Really
store
good.
way back in the day. We went to the AutoZone store. Beautiful girl was at the counter, dude. I told Rachel. I said, Rachel, I'm gonna get her.
Did he get burnt by that battery acid on the ground or something?
I'm gonna get her. She was beautiful. I said, I'm gonna get her. Rachel just laughed. She said, okay. And this was before Marie. Before she was married. All right. So anyway, I'm shooting my best shot, dude. I'm shooting player lines out straight out the book, dude. I'm there. And this girl, she politely said, no, that's okay. All right. So we and Rachel go back to the car. Rachel said, did you get a number? I was like, no, man. She told me no. Rachel said, what?
9311.
It's a mess.
I'm like, wow, okay. I said, that's cold. That's cold.
And where did the number go? I never called the young lady.
She didn't. The number went out the window. Seriously, she did not. She didn't even keep the number. All right, but she didn't hesitate to let me know that, Greg, your game a little weak today. All right, and we laughed.
Sometimes it isn't about the game. It's not about the shot. It's sometimes about not shooting at all.
Yeah. And that day,
like I said, your aura.
Not only did I miss, but I shouldn't even step to the line. Okay, I shouldn't even try to do that free throw, dude. But it was cool. And like I said, my bond with this lady here, man, is ridiculous. Okay, we could go years like we did, not saying anything, not speaking, and not mad. Okay, but just not in contact with one another, and we still cool. And now we deep in it together. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing the way that God works, man, for real.
I mean, the first time that I met Rachel was here on the show. And then met her in person at DAG, and right off the bat, boom, we hit it off and talked right off the bat. So I mean, again, it's the aura thing, and recognize it. We recognize that. All of us recognize that, the aura that's around us, the energy that's around us. We all recognize that from each other.
I appreciate it because I feel that aura. When the second I saw Mo across the room, and I told Mo, I said, I gotta make sure I get over there to Mo before. I mean, because when you find those genuine people, it's rare that you can find genuine people now, and it's not nothing.
Man,
you just don't know, it's getting more and more rare.
Yeah, and so to me, when I find real people, real individuals, like I'm real, I gravitate to keep those people in my circle 1,000%.
Absolutely.
I remember that childhood, why I picked a friend. So
yeah. Absolutely. You ain't lying, man. And then go ahead, Mom.
We recognize those things in our lives, and being people with auras around us, we recognize folks with auras. So I mean, it's so true, like Steve just said, it's so true. You really want to put yourself in those shoes. Some people are scared of folks like that, But
Yeah.
you know, I used to tell one of my friends all the time. I said, you know what? We don't have to fear anything. You don't have to fear anything. But in order for you to make that next step, you got to put yourself around folks that have that good aura around them. You know, when
Absolutely.
my wife calls it bad energy. Bad energy folks, you know, they come a dime a dozen. But you know, good energy folks are hard to find, and you could
Absolutely.
tell. You could tell. So I mean,
No,
that's what
I
my wife
totally
does.
agree with that, Mo. I totally agree with that. I have conversations with people that have positive energy, positive vibes, and who don't
Mhm.
mean who are completely involved with growth.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I surround myself with one negative person, that brings my level down. I stay so
Yeah.
positive,
Ain't
full
that
of energy,
oh my God.
so positive individuals about positive things. If you're negative, most negative people don't even talk to me because I tell people I do a Les Brown on you. I'm the thermostat, not I'm gonna bring it up.
Right. Right. Right.
Absolutely. Rachel,
Mm.
we got to get out of here.
All
I need
right.
that. I need your speech.
All right. Guys, as I started off today, we were talking about self-care. Take an opportunity to whatever that it is that is going on in the world currently, that you take the opportunity to sit, discern the information, find a news outlet that works for you. Do not get wrapped up into all of the sensationalism of Diddy trial is a distraction. The getting Hoover out of jail is a distraction. All of these are meant to distract you from the main purpose. Find the main purpose for yourself. I'm here just to remind you of the person that you're looking to be. And if you're looking to be someone who's informed and not stressed out, take boundaries, take it into your mind, make a decision, get with some individuals who are along those same thought processes, but know more information than you. Because if you're the smartest person in the room and you don't know it enough, you're not gonna be able to find success. Find someone that has a little more information than you do and start growing towards them. Get in whatever you're looking to do. And at the end of the day, stay focused on building you. And then as you do that, you will find a circle of other people who are looking to build as well. And at the end of my spiel, every single time, no matter where I am,
Let's go.
I want you guys as CEO, clear your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your directions to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. See you next week. Right here on Dope Living TV at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you are going to get the CEO nuggets, but also chime in. They are here to provide not only entertainment, but information that helps you grow. Not on Fridays, that's their day off.
That's it.
So see you next week.
Yes. We appreciate you, Rachel.
That's a day of rest. Huh? That's a
what
day
you got,
of rest.
Mo? Real quick, Mo.
Again, just like Rachel said, I mean, you got to be careful of what you put, let get into your head. I mean, earlier I was making my spiel about all that stuff, but it was to inform folks, not to, try to pull anybody down about anything. But it was definitely information that we not necessarily need to dwell on, but we need to know. So if we see this stuff happening, we can help. That's the only reason why I would give that information out.
And I told the story about how Rachel and I met. Well, basically, we interacted at the job that we were at. Right. Just to say this: those people who judge the book by its cover, right now, you guys are reading the book "How to Get from Poverty to Poverty." Okay, because you missed your opportunity to sit down and talk with Rachel, to hang out with Rachel. Okay. You cannot judge a book by its cover. Okay.
Well, wait, hold on a second. You haven't missed your opportunity.
Yeah,
you still have an opportunity. June 15th, you can be in the building right here in the Chicagoland area, and we're gonna have that conversation. And in that conversation, we're gonna talk about the things that mindset that I had back then when I was in poverty and borrowed $20 from Greg and I was sleeping on an air mattress to right now where I own property that people are sleeping in. That is how you do it. You stay focused on the goal and on the task. Be in the room June 15th, where we just talking about from poverty to six figures to wealth building. Let's go, CEO.
Be
All
in
right.
the room.
Greg.
Be in the
And
room.
I gotta speak for Gina. She's not here if you don't mind once you finish.
Go ahead.
And if you have not already signed up, you got 2 days left to go to Distinguished Authors Guild right here on Facebook. Go ahead, chime in and get your literary celebrated. The award ceremony is November 7th in Park Forest. We are looking to see you there. As an ambassador of Distinguished Authors Guild, we support each other as well as you. Get in that room as well.
All right.
On that note, I don't even have nothing else to say. Okay, make sure you get your Dope Living gear, man. Make sure you just check it out. We're gonna start up next week. Get in it. Make sure y'all do it. Okay, it is a lifestyle. You guys need to become a part of the culture. All right. Thank you, Rachel, for coming through and giving us some nuggets. Fed us, bro.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys have an awesome week. Mo, I'm gonna be calling you probably tomorrow because you got the family emergency.
Cool.
We're praying for you, your friend Mo. So,
All right now.
on that note, man, it's Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.